Hey there guys, what's up? It's GeneralSecura. I just finished watching Microsoft's E3 conference. So now I'm here to give my opinion about it. And before we begin, one little message. Any Microsoft fanboys who are still watching this video, I suggest you turn and walk away while you still can. Because this is not gonna be positive, trust me. Okay, every Microsoft fanboy already closed the video? Then let's get going. So, first thing they do, and the lights on the stage go on, Halo 4. We knew about it from last year already, I guess that's why they're opening with it. But, yeah, Halo 4. Starts out in some jungle. It reminded me a lot of the opening level of Halo 3. Graphics weren't that much better. Same alien opponents at first, but then there were some new ones, some kind of robots or something. Overall, it just looked like more of the same to me. I mean, I know it's new maps and new story and everything, but why? Halo was a good trilogy. In fact, I would like to compare Halo with great movie trilogies like Indiana Jones and Pirates of the Caribbean. They didn't really need a fourth entry in the series, and yet they made one anyway. And it kinda stands out like a sore thumb and doesn't really fit in with the other three. That's exactly how I feel about Halo 4. Now I know it's supposed to be the start of a whole new trilogy, but you have to wonder why. I mean, I know it's a huge cash cow for Microsoft and they don't have any other exclusives to exploit. But it's just... they're just beating a dead horse at this point, in my opinion. I mean, it's probably going to be a pretty good game and all, but still, I would have been fine with it if there wasn't a Halo 4. Okay, enough about Halo. Next topic on the list is a new Splinter Cell game, Splinter Cell Blacklist. Now, I've never played a Splinter Cell game before, but from what I've heard, they're stealth games. I'm guessing they're kind of like Metal Gear Solid. Well, this one didn't really look that much like a stealth game anymore. It was much more action, more third-person shooter-ish, almost getting behind cover and shooting stuff. Not so much stealth. Also, a feature they included are Kinect voice commands, like you can shout, "Hey you," in your living room and your enemies in the game will get alerted and you can pick them off like that or something, distract them. It's a nice gimmick feature, but it's really not something you can build a game on. But it looked pretty decent. I've never played a Splinter Cell game, so I don't know if it's good or not. But yeah, if you're into Splinter Cell, I guess you're gonna like it. It comes out spring 2013, so it's still quite a while away. Up next, something my little brother's probably gonna be pretty happy about. Just the whole EA Sports thing. Some guy from EA came up and talked about like Madden, NFL 13, and FIFA 13, and there will be improved with Kinect. Because Kinect turns everything it touches into pure gold. They're gonna implement stuff like voice commands. You can basically use voice commands to substitute players in FIFA, no more menus or something. And one funny feature that I did find pretty enjoyable, in FIFA it will monitor what you say when the referee like thinks you've committed a foul or something. If you go and swear like that, just going, that frickin' fucking referee's bullshit and stuff like that, you're gonna get penalized by it. Just for swearing at the Kinect. I think that's frickin' hilarious, and my little brother is gonna be in a crap ton of trouble if he actually owned a Kinect. Which he doesn't. Because he swears a lot when playing FIFA, and that's basically all he plays. So yeah, kind of the same thing for Madden. Can tell players what to do. They had some quarterback guy come up and kind of demonstrate it, but he kind of failed epically at it. So yeah, your football and soccer games will be voice controlled now. Up next, Fable the Journey, a Kinect Fable game that we've seen last year, and it kinda looked like an on-rails FPS game where you throw magic fireballs at trolls. Yeah, it looked like ass. It looked like ass last year, and it looked like ass this year. It's just gonna suck ass. Up next, one of the biggest games of the entire show, and it barely got over 30 seconds of screen time. Talking about Gears of War Judgment, a prequel starring some guy called Baird. I think it was in Gears of War 2 or something. I don't know, I've never played those games because I don't have an Xbox. But basically a 30-second trailer that showed a bunch of people in chains and enslaved by these aliens. No gameplay whatsoever. And it's supposed to come out in 2013, I'm guessing near the end of the year because, hey, they haven't shown any gameplay. I'm guessing they're not that far ahead in development. So, yeah. Gears of War, one of their biggest franchises, barely gets a minute of screen time. Then they went on to Forza Horizon, a new entry in their racing exclusive series. I mean, come on, really, you can count their exclusive series on one hand. It's basically Halo, Gears of War, Fable, and Forza every damn time. But yeah, Forza Horizon, instead of racing on racetracks, you're being racing on the streets now, and it kinda reminded me of Need for Speed, at least some of the older ones. And there's features like day and nighttime racing. Oh boy. It's coming out pretty soon though, in like 4 months, October 23rd, 2012. And no mention of Kinect, but it's probably going to be crammed in there somehow. And that's basically the end of games for the majority of the show. Because up next, they were talking about Bing voice search. You can use Kinect to basically navigate menus with your voice. And they're going to make it available in a bunch of other languages now, including Spanish. And there was one guy just on stage acting like a dumbass, speaking in pretty poor Spanish. It just made me facepalm all the time. And they got, you know, other stuff like Netflix and Hulu and all the other crap Europeans don't have, as far as I know. Well, they're going to be adding a whole bunch of new channels to that. They are going to add Nickelodeon. Sweet. Nickelodeon for Xbox. Best news ever. Paramount Movies. And Machinima. It's like, whoop-de-frickin-do. I can already watch that on the internet. Now we can watch it on Xbox too. And also something about live sports matches from the Major League Baseball, NBA, hockey, some kind of wrestling or fighting something. Yeah. You can watch sports on your Xbox now. Isn't that why TVs exist? You know, isn't the Xbox supposed to be a game console for video games? And then they went on about Xbox Music, which is kind of like iTunes, I guess, but on Xbox. They are going to offer over 30 million music tracks. And I'm just staring at my notes here I made during the conference, and it says in capitals, "Where are the games?" Because that's what I was wondering at this point. So yeah, Xbox Music, what the frickin' do? Up next, they were talking about future of fitness. Notes say, oh fuck. And then some guy from Nike came up, and I was like, what the hell does Nike have to do with Microsoft and Xbox? Well, apparently they're making Nike plus Kinect training. Notes say, I am so bored right now. Some kind of fitness thingamajiggy is going to send stuff to your cell phone and is going to come out holiday 2012. Who gives a flying fuck? Up next, something revolutionary, as they said, Xbox Smart Glass. Basically, you're going to be able to hook up your tablets and mobile phones and other things like that to your Xbox and... Well, basically, here's how they described it. The guy was watching a movie on his phone or tablet or something when he was flying to Los Angeles for the E3, and he didn't get to finish the movie in time, so he paused it, and when he went home, he like swiped it to his TV or something, and then he could watch it there from where he left off. So, who cares? Like, seriously, who cares? Then they were basically saying you can use a Windows 8 tablet to control your Xbox games, kind of. You can do stuff with it on FIFA, they showed, and on Halo 4. And it basically reminded me a lot of the Wii U controller. So, I don't know who's ripping off who at this point, but considering Nintendo came with the Wii U thing last year, I'm guessing Microsoft's ripping off Nintendo again. Because let's face it, Nintendo's not known for ripping people off, people are known for ripping off Nintendo. Also, great news, Xbox is getting an internet browser. Yes, Internet Explorer is coming to Xbox later this year. Notes say, yay, question mark. Also, why no Google Chrome? Or good browser for that matter. Seriously, who the hell uses Internet Explorer anymore? I mean, it's not like people have computers or tablets already. Who gives a crap about any of this stuff? And then they had something about Xbox games on Windows 8 tablets. I basically kinda zoned out at that point, because I didn't really care anymore. And then, the games came back. The new Tomb Raider game, some sort of reboot. It looked pretty good, actually. Although it did remind me a lot of Uncharted. Good thing, though, there's no Kinect in sight. It wasn't mentioned, at least. And also, it's gonna be on PlayStation as well, because it's not a Microsoft exclusive. But they did say that all DLC will be on Xbox first. So yay, they're announcing DLC alongside the game. Really? Is that what we're coming to these days? And then they announced a bunch of new games. Some weird hack and slash game called Ascend New Gods. Coming 2013, it did not look that great. In my opinion, it's not gonna be Xbox's definitive hack and slash title. At least I hope not, because it really didn't look that good. And then something that looked a lot like Tron, you know, the motorcycles from Tron? Some game called Loco Cycle, coming 2013. The trailer didn't show any gameplay whatsoever, just basically rotating around this bike for a minute or so. I was like, what the hell, I know a piss poor trailer when I see one, and that is a piss poor trailer. And then finally, Matter. Some puzzle game for Kinect, made for Kinect specifically, coming 2013. And there were a bunch of robots in there that really reminded me of Portal 2. But it didn't seem to be connected to Valve in any way. So, it's kind of confusing. Then some Asians came up with Resident Evil 6. And, oh boy, I know this is racist, but this had me laughing so hard. Like, the guys came up and were like, "Hello, everybody!" And I was just nearly choked on my chips when I was watching that. It was just hilarious. Japanese people who can't speak English are freaking hilarious. But yeah, Resident Evil 6. It's, definitely looked more action-y than any other any previous Resident Evil game. Pretty cinematic though, but it was a bit heavy on quick-time events from what I saw. And of course it's also going to be on PS3. So yeah. Microsoft really does not need to depend on their exclusive games because they're simply barely there. And then, after Resident Evil 6 and the Japanese guys left the stage, some chick walked up and went talking about some game called Racketeer. It's for Kinect. Oh boy, we weren't expecting that. And basically, you're gonna stand there and act like you're using a slingshot or ballista catapult thing to destroy castles. You know what it reminded me of? Angry Birds. Except it's in 3D, and there's no birds. And good news, it's coming this summer. So you can play 3D Angry Birds without birds this summer, exclusively on Xbox 360 with Kinect. Whoop-de-frickin-do. But then came a game I was actually pretty excited about. South Park, The Stick of Truth. A South Park game, yes. Believe it or not, a South Park game was actually one of the best things they've shown at the Microsoft conference. It was that bad. So basically the story is the whole town of South Park is destroyed by vampire kids or something. I don't know, I wasn't paying attention that much. And It appears to be some sort of RPG, which I guess is nice. And you're playing as this 5th kid who joined Stan, Kyle, Cartman, and Kenny for some adventures, and you can make your own character. That's pretty sweet. And then the creators of South Park, Trey Parker and Matt Stone, actually came on, and they were trolling the hell out of Microsoft. They were like making fun of the smart glass announcement, the tablets and stuff. They were saying like, yeah, we don't need all sorts of tablets and phones and internet browsers or something to make a good time for people. That's why South Park looks so crappy or something, they said. But yeah, that was just hilarious. And the South Park game is coming March 5th, 2013, so it's still a while away. But I'm hoping it's gonna be good. Although I don't know if it's gonna be an exclusive or not, because that would actually be something I'd want to play on my PS3. Or Wii U if it's out by then and the game is going to come to that console. Okay, we're down to 2 more games. And neither of them were really a surprise. First to last, or whatever, Dance Central 3. For some reason, I was expecting this. I was talking to a friend this afternoon before the conference, and he said that basically all he wanted to see was Dance Central 3, and I said, I'm pretty sure Dance Central 3 is gonna be there. Guess what? I was right. I can predict the future. I'm the new Nostradamus. Who knew? So with that, then Usher came on stage, and he was like, yeah, I got some of my music in this game, and I'm gonna show you how to dance to it. And basically he started performing. There was no gameplay footage. Instead there was Usher dancing on stage. Like, what is this, freaking MTV? This is E3, damn it. It's about games, not about tablets and internet browsers and freaking motion connect crap and Usher dancing. What the hell is wrong with Microsoft these days? Like, seriously, what the hell were they thinking? It's just aggravating. But then again, Microsoft is the company, or the Xbox 360 is the console I give the least about by far. So hey, if they do horrible like this year and like last year, it's only gonna make Sony and Nintendo look better. Which I guess is good. But yeah, after Usher left and then some other guy came up and he was like, yeah, we're gonna be ushering in the future. Lame pun. So yeah, final game of the show. You think they're gonna announce some really huge exclusive that hasn't been mentioned before, ever. Like, I mean, come on, you gotta end the show on a big note, right? What is that big note for the Microsoft conference? Oh, just Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Yeah, not even an exclusive, not even a surprise. It's just Call of Duty. They started out by saying DLC will be on Xbox first, so yeah, there's that. And then they were like a trailer and a brief, like playing through a mission for like 15 minutes. It looks scripted as all hell. Pretty sure if you play the campaign 10 times, it's gonna be the exact same thing every 10 damn times. Still the same engine they've been using since freaking Call of Duty 4. Graphics were really not impressive at all. Everything was brown and black and grey and just looked downright shitty. The only new thing they've kinda done is that it's a little, because it's in the future, it's a little more sci-fi now, like there's drones flying around and shooting stuff. And apparently there's a whole bunch of them on your side as well doing the shooting for you. So yeah, you have automated assistants killing all the enemies before you even have a chance to. So it's even less gameplay than the previous 5 frickin' Call of Duties, which are all the exact same damn thing. So yeah, I don't give a shit about Call of Duty Black Ops 2, and if you're smart, you don't either, and you don't buy it, so Activision knows that they just need to stop milking this damn cash cow. I mean, seriously, Activision is the master of beating a dead horse. So, let's just wrap this up. I've been talking for nearly 20 minutes. So my general verdict on Microsoft's E3 conference? It was ass. Horrible, putrid, rotten ass. I mean, pretty much all of the stuff they showed today require you to buy a $150 Kinect, also an expensive as fuck Windows tablet or Windows phone or whatever, and they like didn't even show any games that we didn't already know about. Like, we knew about Halo 4 last year, Fable was shown last year, pretty sure Forza isn't new either, and they announced Gears of War a couple of days ago. Absolutely nothing new of importance. It sucked. It's only gonna make Sony and Nintendo look better. And I am really looking for excuse me, really looking forward to 3 AM, which is when Sony's conference starts in my time. I'm gonna be staying up for it. Also, the EA conference in like an hour and a half. So that's a good thing. While I'm narrating this, not while I'm uploading this. It's 10 PM my time at least. And then there's Ubisoft at midnight my time. And then Nintendo tomorrow at 6 PM. Like, why is Nintendo last? I know they're saving the best for last probably, because, let's face it, Wii U gonna rock your socks off. Hopefully. Well, I'm saying hopefully, I don't doubt it. I'm pretty sure Nintendo is going to own this year's E3. And Sony's hopefully gonna do a pretty good job as well, announce a whole bunch of new awesome games. Though they said they were gonna do something new with PlayStation Plus, which I really don't give a crap about. I hope that their conference doesn't revolve around that, and just that, because that would just suck. But yeah, Microsoft's conference, a piece of shit. It would make me ashamed of owning an Xbox if I did. It just wasn't worth my time. I wasted an hour and a half on this shit. And I wish I could take it back, but I can't. Thank you for watching. Post your comments in the comments. Bye-bye.